Teams that love to hate each other will get it on.
Here's where the gut check, man. This is where the fun starts.
Wind chill is around 0 or
Where else would you rather be? Where else would you rather be?
They've got to take on the best team in the league.
You like the pressure? This is what the game's all about. Get yourself, fire your teammate up. Let's go.
The most important thing is how you finish.
The challenge is great today for this.
Just another new day, another chance to win.
Fire to throw, pumping, looking, fires. Nice catch by Perry.
Come on, man, let's get it going now.
Here's Wright. He's on the running. They can't catch him.
Handoff to Waters. Gain of attack. Hurdles a player at the 15.
Here's Nancy Big back. He's loose to the secondary, and he's going to go all the way.
Emmitt Smith up the middle, running from 35, 30. One tackle to break, he does. 25, 20.
Spectacular play.
Jaguars win it.
The Indianapolis Colts stunning the NFL.
Going into the end zone. It's batted up. Yes!
Last 74, Dino. Let's 25.
Get him out of the game. Hey, throw that jerk out.
Hey, come on, Zach. Come on, Zach. Listen,
He's out of the ball game.
I love your enthusiasm. Hey, listen, remember, this is some poise, okay? Don't cost us 15, okay? Don't cost us 15.
I tell you, we can't play. We can't play. We're too stupid.
Don't get your mind out of this game. I can see you guys going off in a little some other spot. Get it back on here and kick their ass.
And the Bills have stopped the drive with 52 seconds to
The end zone. Leaping grab for the touchdown. The Colts are going to win. What a tremendous effort by this
And
football
Dan
team.
Marino, with that touchdown, has broken another record. Most touchdown passes ever.
And in the snow, the legends of Walter Payton, John Riggins, and Jim Brown wait for him. On third down and goal to go, Marcus Allen dives over for the touchdown for Kansas City. His 100th career rushing touchdown.
Now, come here. I want to tell you something. You have dominated them to this point. You have dominated them in the kicking game. We got to dominate them one more play.
They starting to say we can't run the damn football. They want a line set made up in that secondary. We'll run on them all day. Let's go. Damn day. All day.
Hey, we need it in there. We need to get in the end zone, all right? Keep your hands in, no mistakes.
Waits, throws it over the top, bounce, caught, Ellard, touchdown. Put that one in the highlights, Ed Mary. You ain't gonna believe this.
And Green Bay has a Cinderella season well underway.
Lost the end zone, a one-handed grab made by Graham, touchdown.
He dives, he's in. Oh, my goodness, what a play.
That's a 9.9 by the Russian judge.
This place is going bananas.
Kansas City has the best record in the National Football League.
Those two little letters, W-E, we. Those two little letters, U-S, us. They're powerful. They're powerful.
We kept fighting, took it in overtime, still fighting, man. We're finding a way to win. We're finding a way to win. That's what this game's about. We got to find a way to win every week.
Winners do what it takes to win. And we got a bunch of winners in this room.
If teams have to come through here, go to the Super Bowl.
Yep, man.
They're in for a long
Talk to me.
Here we go, fasten your seatbelts, folks.
47 guys fought their fannies off today.
The Steelers are in the Final Four of professional football.
The kick is up. It looks wide. It's wide left. The Colts are going to the AFC Championship game.
We need everybody today. Every single person on this team. It comes from the heart, baby. It comes from the heart.
The Green Bay Packers are going to the NFC title game. Wow, what a story.
Here we go for the right to go to the Super Bowl. Four-man rush. He's going to throw it deep. And there's a man open down there. And it is caught. What a great grab by Ernie Mills.
The class of this Cowboys offense is wearing that Green Bay defense out.
And Dallas, your team is about to return to a Super Bowl.
Magnificent. He has time and he launches a rainbow and it goes up and it's starting to come down to the end zone. The ball hit the turf. The Steelers are headed to Phoenix ever witnessed.
1995. It sounds more like a price than a year, but there were no bargains in the NFL this season. Everything, even disappointment and defeat, had a high cost. The Dolphins, they spent more than $12 million in bonuses for free agents. They were the preseason pick to win the AFC, and they opened the year with 4 straight wins. Then the bottom fell out. They struggled to earn a wild card berth, and a humbling loss in the playoffs brought an end to Don Shula's legendary career. Other teams, like the Raiders and Rams, also sizzled and then fizzled. On the other hand, there were those who started slow but ended strong. Teams that looked shoddy and poorly made at first, but by year's end proved to be high quality.
Why does it rain on down when I'm waiting for the sunshine?
The Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions learned that if you steer off course, the road to the Super Bowl runs along a stormy path.
Scott Mitchell to throw. Oh, it's picked off, and that'll be a touchdown for Darrell Green, and the game's over. It gets worse. You didn't think it could happen, well, it just got worse. Ball and down the sideline, Ismail, ball tipped, Ismail, deflection, and that is the game.
There's no excuse for the way we play. It's my job to find answers. I'm going to do my damnedest to find some answers on what's going on.
Gotta get it done some kind of way today, baby. Hey, it's gotta get it done. Time, gotta get it done. Gotta get it done.
For the Eagles, bad weather gave way to a ray of hope. Ray Rhodes, and his road was a mean one-way street. No rest stops, no yielding. Rhodes brought 33 new players to Philadelphia. Big names like Ricky Waters and no names. Former bouncers, truck drivers, and liquor store clerks.
Kept fighting, kept fighting, man. That's the thing I enjoy. We kept fighting.
Ray Rhodes is a fighter, but Wayne Fontes is a lover. Even after losing 6 of his first 9 games, Fontes kept his thumb and his chin up.
It's not over, and if you're looking for me to give it up, or this team to give it up, you're mistaken. I wouldn't be surprised if we go 10-6.
Fontes' prediction came true as the Lions' #1 ranked offense led them to 7 straight victories.
Herman Moore, what a grab! Nobody does it better.
In Philadelphia, players fought to save their own jobs. In Detroit, the Lions battled to save their head coach's job.
All these ups and downs, feel good for me. I'll tell you that. Finally, something. Hey, you know, my mama be proud right now.
Wayne Fontes proved that even in the NFL, a little love can go a long way.
If it's Fontes' love, whatever it is, it's working for us.
If Fontes' love reversed the Lions' fortune, Ray Rhodes' quest for respect did the same for the Eagles.
Teams are going to respect our football team, too, because they saw a champion out there fighting back.
Before the Eagles hosted Dallas, Rhodes told his team that the Cowboys did not respect them.
Yeah, we're going to warm up on Philly. Yeah, we're going to warm up on that Philly cheese steak. Get some respect, man. Time to get some respect. Respect.
In the end, Rhodes was right.
Barry Switzer makes the call. Here's your ball game. Eagles could win it if they stop the Cowboys here. They give it to Smith. He doesn't make it. They stop him. The Eagles take over a down. The Eagles take over a down. The referees are talking. We've got some problems. We've got some problems. Oh, they're going to call the 2-minute warning. They're going to say it was no play. Eagles stopped them once. Can they stop them again?
I don't think my golden answer is that big. I think I would have punted.
Here we go, 4th down. They give it to Smith, and they stop him again! They stop him again! And this time they can't take it away from the Eagles. A little respect, little bit of respect. That's all we want.
The Eagles had finally earned the Cowboys' respect, but Detroit's Lomas Brown remained unconvinced. Brown guaranteed a Lions victory over the Eagles in the playoffs. proved to be only fitting that Wayne Fontes limped into Veterans Stadium, and Ray Rhodes marched.
When you get guys pouring gasoline on the fire, like Lomas Brown did, that can't do anything but help.
He's got it. 25-20. One more time. Steps into the end zone. Eagle.
Anything possible if you're willing to fight for it.
Intercepted. It's intercepted. And the Lions don't know what hit them. The Lions don't know what hit them. Touchdown, Eagle. And Lomas, where are you?
You guarantee to win, man. This should be something. As long as we believe in each other, we go out and fight and stick together for 60 minutes, man, we're going to be hard to beat.
And this one's history.
We believe the whole year in our football team. Today we had to go out and show people that they can't guarantee anything but death and taxes. That's all it's guaranteed.
Jim Harbaugh had no guarantees when the season began. In fact, when he learned he would be in the background as Ted Marchibroda's backup, he considered retirement. But he moved to the forefront in Miami and led the Colts back from a 21-point deficit.
Pressure coming. He steps up. He looks, throws it downfield, intended for Floyd Turner. He got it. Floyd Turner will score.
You never know.
Passes to Harbaugh out of the shotgun. Here comes the pressure. Jimmy rolls out of it. Throws on the run into the end zone. Touchdown!
They won in Miami and stunned the defending champs the next week. But to their fans, they were still the same old Colts.
I'm a Colt fan, and I think they're going to get the kicked out of them today.
In 1995, the Colts did the kicking. They were a straightforward, no-frills, ugly duckling team led by a quarterback with GQ looks and popular mechanic style. He resembled a carefree college kid, hat on backwards, still saying hi to Mom after 9 years in the league.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. That was sweet. That was nice. That's pretty nice.
Harbaugh finished the season as the NFL's highest-rated quarterback and led his Colts to the playoffs, where their astounding run of good play and better fortune continued.
We ain't even supposed to be here. Nobody wants us in the playoffs.
In the divisional playoffs, they stunned the team with the NFL's best record. For Harbaugh, the reality of this reversal of fortune was better than a dream.
Beginning of the season, I would have wished for something. I don't think I would wish for as good as things that turned out this year.
Nice drive engineered by Jim Harbaugh.
Delivery by Jim Harbaugh.
What a throw by Jimmy Harbaugh down. Jim Harbaugh.
What a dimension Jim Harbaugh gives you.
Back in it.
I believe in you, baby. Come on.
Come back. Jim
Harbaugh quarterback.
Harbaugh stunning the NFL. It's been one great season, and it's going on.
In 1995, fans in the Carolinas and Jacksonville witnessed the finest expansion teams ever. But while they enjoyed a new beginning, the die-hard supporters of the Cleveland Browns suffered a sad ending. Yet the departure of the Browns was countered by the rebirth of the Green Bay Packers. And each of these franchises proved that pro football is a game of passion. You want to feel that passion, that commitment? Come on with our cameramen and soundmen down on the field.
We got to try to find a way to get ignited.
All right, man, let's get hot and stay that way.
Woo, you gotta love this. You gotta love it.
Gotta have a tempo, man. Gotta have a tempo.
The best in the National Football League. Let's go.
Nice hat. How would you like to be an ass with one of those helmets on up there and just stand there the whole time?
Well, they're probably from Staten Island or East Islip.
Or Brooklyn.
In 50 minutes, you're the enemy.
I know that.
But right now, you're still talking to a pretty good guy.
We got a crisis every 15 minutes. Matt Barr's got a little flu. Tell him to throw up on his own time. Well, he don't have to play, Doc. All he's got to do is kick.
Okay. Great day for football.
Line up on numbers. Line up for the national anthem. Low to the high. Low to the high.
I'll have a nervous breakdown by the time this guy finishes the national anthem.
Through the perilous time.
crowd's going to fall asleep by the time this guy gets finished.
Hey, them boys singing that thing, though.
That was more like it.
Let's go, baby! Let's go! Hey, guys, where else would you rather be? They're going to pay you money to have this kind of fun.
Bar went in and used the bathroom. He'd be right back.
Well, let's see if the radio's turned on.
It's on. It's on.
Let's go, Jeffrey. Let's go, Yap 15.
Just push it in, right?
84Q Hopper.
84Q Hopper.
Is it on?
Yes, it's
The
on.
double wing right, 20's out.
Start trips right DT, bring the toe guy across, run the slant, and bootleg the guy out with the guy in motion delaying and hitting it into flat and the Y coming across.
To the weak side, to the tight end.
Okay.
The guy with the 80 number.
Yeah, I know.
All right, come on, baby.
Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Keep your head up.
George! Boot!
The hell was that?
What are we doing?
They don't know what's going on.
What do you want? Just make the decision, Frank. Just make the decision.
Get you an assistant, damn it! Get you somebody to remind you what to do. Fumble, fumble, fumble.
25, son.
Come on, get in the game.
Oops.
My fault.
Didn't come here to play patty cake.
You can drive trucks through the holes.
The same thing that happened last.
Listen, I'm going to show you how much 1 yard is. This far, they can't stop me. I can lean that damn far.
Only guy was covering me was the referee one time.
Referee covered you?
He was standing
I tell you what, the hell.
Excuse me.
Some of those guys can cover. Mr. Official. Check that 91 on defense's jersey, okay? You're going to find a lot of silicone on it. On defense. Hey, not our team, their team.
What's the center with the head bob and moving the ball? You don't need my help.
Usually you guys see him right. About 20% of the time.
They got 12 guys in the huddle there the whole time. 12 in the huddle, and that's a lingering rule. You can't do that.
Now let's quit babying Michael Irvin all the time. Quit babying Dallas. Make them win the game. They got 16 games to get where they got to go.
I tell you what, I am brain dead.
Holy right.
God dang it.
40 friggin' seconds.
Son of a buck.
Oh, for crying out loud.
You get over there.
What the f***'s going on here?
It went inside, Alec. Didn't go to the flare.
But you better calm him down.
Somebody, Joe.
Suck.
Don't.
Oh. Get it, get it.
Blow the damn whistle. He gonna get hurt.
Blowing the whistle.
No, he didn't.
I think he was blowing it, but it was froze.
Holy cow, somebody's got some flesh on the bottom of their cleats.
Damn you. Damn you, McNair. The first time somebody's got me off my feet.
Jeffrey, just a little better tempo. Just a little better tempo.
That's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm.
Let's go our best play with our best player.
Rock and roll, baby, rock and roll.
Somebody right here is going to make the heroic play.
Hustle, 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 hustle.
It's right there for the taking.
Here I come, here I come, here I come.
This is serious business.
Turn it in, turn it in.
Say the fans got their money's worth tonight.
Go to the ground.
While pro football's passion is played out on the field, it also spills over into the stands where fans can feel and touch it. In the history of the NFL, few cities have ever felt as close to a team as Cleveland did to its Browns. For 50 years, the Browns slugged it out on the primordial turf of ancient Cleveland Stadium. Every game day, over 80,000 fans reached out and embraced their heroes. Through the years, win or lose, this love affair never died. In 1995, Cleveland Stadium looked just the same, but its heart was broken. The team had fallen on hard times, and worse yet, it was leaving. After the final home game, one last time-honored tradition was observed.
They just want to hold on to the memories, see some of the players for the final time. They just want to sit and stay warm in the memories of so many years.
Nobody wants to let this moment go. Nobody wants this team to go. Nobody inside these walls.
The cold reality of the Cleveland Browns story blew through the league, but one frigid outpost was not affected. The unmatched legacy of Green Bay and its Packers includes a coach named Lombardi and the voice of John Facenda.
Lombardi. A certain magic still lingers in the very name. It speaks of duels in the snow and cold November mud.
The face of the modern Packers has changed, but in 1995, the look of a winner returned after 3 decades of disappointment. Soon, the Packers were communing with their faithful, not to say goodbye, but to celebrate a return to the glory days. This passionate autumn romance was not ending, but growing ever stronger.
You're gonna do it today! Lombardi era, baby! Let's go! Blue, 58-36!
Brett Favre led the Green Bay resurgence while leading the NFL in passing.
My head's getting bigger. These hats are getting smaller. Shut up.
Favre recalled Bart Starr when he directed a playoff upset of the 49ers, and Reggie White pulled a Willie Davis impersonation. But Coach Mike Holmgren was no Lombardi, at least not yet.
You keep your heads up, and you're proud to be a Green Bay Packer, and I'm proud to be your coach.
In 1995, the Packers were champions again, and Favre was named league MVP. Somewhere, Lombardi and Facenda are smiling.
Packers are inspired, lusty, young, and eager. And it is as a team that the Green Bay Packers will be remembered. They will be remembered as the faces of victory.
When the season began, everyone thought that the road to the Super Bowl in the NFC would end with another championship showdown between the Cowboys and the 49ers. Both teams played with a will of iron, but they also revealed feet of clay. For both, the road back to Pro Football Summit turned into an uphill battle. And for San Francisco, it ended in a shocking playoff defeat.
This is absolutely awful. We demand and expect way more from ourselves, and it's not something that we're going to be very happy about. It's something that feels very awkward and wrong. It feels very strange.
The 49ers' entire season was strained as the defending champions sustained a steady barrage of brutal hits. Ravaged by injuries, the Niners knew that playing with pride meant playing with pain.
Bonkus, you gonna get that thing x-rayed? Did you break it?
It's hurting really bad.
Did you break it?
I don't know.
If you broke it, you can't play. Just tape it up and play.
Steve Young missed 5 games with a sore shoulder, but still led the league in completion percentage, and Jerry Rice established a new single-season record for receiving yardage. With 122 receptions, it seemed just about the only pass that Rice didn't catch was the one he threw.
Off to LaVille. It's a reverse to Rice, who bobbles the ball, and he's passing. Way down, all alone at the goal line. Touchdown, 49ers! I don't believe it.
The 49ers' top-rated defense produced 7 scoring plays.
Short pass, another interception. Ken Norton. He'll score. He'll come in. Touchdown, 49ers!
Other San Francisco teams may have gone further, but none ever fought harder. Just when their season seemed to be falling apart, the 49ers delivered their most devastating knockout punch of the season.
Cowboys 49ers, biggest game of the year. Don't forget what happened last year. All day long. Don't forget what happened last year.
After losing twice to the 49ers in 1994, the Dallas Cowboys were beaten again.
Aikman gets the snap, short drop, pass to Irvin.
But this time they were also embarrassed.
Merton Hanks to the 30, down to the 20, waves at Troy Aikman, and scores. Unbelievable.
I take full responsibility. I told him, hey, it's my game. I lost the damn thing. Give it to me, but hey, get it out of your system, whatever you want. Let's get ready to go play Oakland Raiders.
I have the confidence and relationship that I can make a statement that our team was out-coached
and not worry about what our coaches feel about it.
All these things are mystique and created by the media and people on the side. I do basically the same things I've always done and basically what all head coaches do. I talk, I discuss, I know what the game plan is, and I spend half my time, instead of being on the walkthrough out there today, I'm in here talking to you guys.
Barry Switzer had his share of distractions, but his players never lost their focus. The Cowboys fielded the finest talent in the NFL, and they overcame nearly every obstacle on the road to the Super Bowl.
Way down the field for Michael Irvin, bumping and grinding at the ball. He's got it. It's the ball. Touchdown, Cowboys. No flag.
We ain't giving up nothing. Shutout, baby. Shutout. We ain't giving up nothing. We ain't giving up nothing.
It's going to be the bomb that's intercepted by Deion Sanders at the 40-yard.
The best team money could buy played as advertised, with a familiar trio of blue chippers leading the way.
Aikman still running, cuts it up at the 5, and scores!
Troy Aikman was reliable as ever. Michael Irvin broke his own team record with 111 pass receptions. And then there was Emmitt Smith.
Aikman pitch to Emmitt Smith. Sweeping to the left, has a block by Johnson at the 10-yard line. Still free at the 5, down to the 3, touchdown Cowboys! Off Emmitt Smith again, 15, big hold, it's 10 to the 5. He scores. Emmitt Smith, touchdown Cowboys.
Emmitt Smith personified the Cowboys' single-minded intensity. His fourth NFL rushing title was a triumph of tenacity as well as talent. And his league record 25 rushing touchdowns surpassed the rushing touchdown total of every team in the league.
Hand off Emmitt Smith at the 5, up to the 3, to the 1, touchdown Emmitt Smith, hello record.
But when Emmitt Smith couldn't gain an inch on 4th and 1, it appeared that the Cowboys' whole season was thrown for a loss.
Same play. Did it again. That's unbelievable. This is unbelievable. What in the heck?
The 4th down failure was a turning point for the Cowboys, but not in the way most people expected.
Guys didn't get the first down. Barry Switzer had nothing to do with that. You guys need to get off Barry Switzer. Players lost the game. Barry Switzer didn't lose no game.
With his team squarely behind him, Barry Switzer's Cowboys got their revenge in the playoffs.
Here's a reverse to Deion Sanders. Cuts upfield at the 25. Now reverses direction. Finds a blocker at the 20. To the right. To the 10. To the 5. Oh, what a play. Fake. Lob to the end zone for Michael Irvin. Oh, what a catch. Oh, man.
No calls were second-guessed as the Cowboys crushed the Eagles and secured a spot in the NFC Championship.
We kicked their ass today. If we played like that last time, it wouldn't have to even come down to a 4th and foot. So let's bury that, okay, before I take that mic.
One thing we all learned from this season, no player is indispensable, especially in the AFC. Rod Woodson injured his knee in the season opener, and Pittsburgh still won the Central. In Buffalo, Andre Reed, Thurman Thomas, both missed games, but the Bills won the East. And in the West, in Kansas City, Joe Montana retired, yet the Chiefs produced the best record in the NFL. The Steelers, Bills, and Chiefs all proved that pro football is and always will be a team game.
Let's play with poise.
The impassioned pep talks of head coach Marty Schottenheimer set the tone for the Chiefs season.
Join the circle. Let's tie the circle together and let's get it done. Start fast, finish strong.
No team finished stronger than Kansas City. They defeated Houston in the final 15 seconds of regulation time.
He's at the 25-30. McNair fumbles the ball. He fumbles it. Picked up by Mark Thomas. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Also among the Chiefs' league-leading 13 victories were 3 overtime wins. And one of them was secured by Tamarick Vanover's 86-yard punt return.
Runs by one guy, gets a block. Goes to the 20, up to the 30, up the sidelines, and Bennett hits him and knocks him down. He's gone! 40, 30, 20, and it's over. Kansas City wins. The Miracle Chiefs do it again!
miracles also seemed to transpire in Buffalo, where healing was required throughout the entire season. Battered and bruised, the Bills saw many of their starters sidelined by injury. But the team's resilient spirit was symbolized by head coach Marv Levy, who underwent prostate cancer surgery, then returned to the sidelines just 3 weeks later, feistier than ever.
Hey, Scott, that's a chicken call. Scott, that is a chicken call. That is the most chicken call I've ever seen, Tony. Who threw that flag, you know? Who? He's an idiot, the guy. He keeps doing it all the time.
The unexpected revival of the aging, aching Bills was engineered by many, including reserve receiver Bill Brooks, number 80, and linebacker Bryce Pop, number 95, the NFL leader in quarterback sacks. The Bills returned to postseason play after a year's absence. And in the opening round of the playoffs, Buffalo produced a league record 341 rushing yards.
Here's a run by Derek Hall, trying to get outside. He breaks a tackle at the 20. He gets to the 15. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He's in for the touchdown. What a great run. And this crowd is bedlam. It's pandemonium. It's pandemonium.
Hooray for Marvin the horse's ass. Thank you, fellas. Thank you. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Before the season began, the Pittsburgh Steelers loomed as solid Super Bowl contenders. Head coach Bill Cowher was determined to make good on those preseason predictions. But when it came time to play, the team seemed to lack fire and focus. In dropping 4 of their first 7 games, the Steelers took it on the chin. But Bill Cowher has the kind of chin that can absorb punishment, and his enthusiasm kept the team together. He demanded better, and the Steelers responded.
No! No! It's not smart! Willie! Willie! Listen. I love your enthusiasm. Hey, listen. Remember, this is some poise, okay? Don't cross this 15. All right? Don't cross this 15. I want you to remind those guys, let's not get frustrated. They're a good defense. They're not talking always on foot. I know. I'm just telling. Remind those guys. Let's finish.
The once conservative Cowher took a go-for-broke approach, especially on offense, where the forward pass found a prominent place in a formerly run-oriented attack.
Good job, big guy. That's how you bounce back. That's all we believe in, baby.
Number 10, Cordell Stewart, was the most exciting experiment to emerge from Coach Cowher's lab. The quarterback/receiver became known appropriately enough as Slash.
Hey, Slasher! Look like you run this before. Good job, Slash.
Slash supplied an exclamation point to nearly every play he appeared in.
Cordell Stewart is going to go all the way for the Steelers touchdown, and Cordell Stewart is just something else.
The Steelers also possessed a still potent ground game. And as always, the Steelers boasted a devastating defense.
Let's go! Put these guys away. Let's tee off, man.
The front seven anchored the AFC's best run-stopping unit.
Go hit the guy. Go hit. Attack that. Go attack that. Hit it.
Pittsburgh's defense propelled the Steelers to 8 victories in their last 9 games.
And it's tipped and intercepted.
And the Steelers won the AFC Central for the 2nd straight year.
And he's in for the Steeler touchdown.
You know, we don't play our best football game, but you know what you did? You found a way to win. There's a belief, there's a will, that I'll tell you what, if you stay at things and you don't ever stop believing, you make your own good fortune. The teams have to come through here, go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, baby.
They're in for a long
Talk to me.
In the division playoff, all the elements that had given the Steelers their volatile chemistry operated at full force.
What a catch! What a clutch catch by Yancey Thigpen! Man through the hole, and he's on his feet at the 5. He's all the way for the Steeler touchdown. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a knockout punch.
Hey, big man, that's the way you run in the fourth quarter. You hear? That's good.
Going to the Super Bowl through Pittsburgh.
On this road, the Pittsburgh Steelers were fueled by the fiery personality of head coach Bill Cowher.
Hey, it's a nice feeling. Like I said, this was a 3-game season.
1 of 3. Right,
that's the first game, and next week is a second game, and I don't give a who we play.
You know, we've been producing this special for 16 years, and each season has its own storyline. But it always comes down to 4 teams playing 2 games for that one chance to become a champion.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Upstart Indianapolis Colts and the heavily favored Steelers.
When they enter the stadium, they will be swallowed by a veritable vortex of terrible cows.
The winner of this game goes to Phoenix, and the loser is left to lick his wounds.
Let's go now. Let's go. Let's get it on.
How will I send it? How will I send it? In the house, on the hill. How will I send it? How will I send it? In the house.
Pass interference, it wasn't called.
Floyd Turner was alone in the end zone.
It's 3-0, the Packers, Dallas threatening.
Williams wide right, pass over the middle, caught by Deion Sanders, 40, 35-30, 25, down to the 20, still running 15, to the 10. Sanders doing the dance all the way down the field. He's hard to keep up with. Aikman, short drop, throws, caught, touchdown, Michael Irvin. I don't know how he got it, but I'm glad he did. Aikman, play action, throws to Michael Irvin, caught by Michael Irvin, touchdown Michael Irvin. The Cowboys have taken a 13-3 lead.
Well, you get the feeling that the Steelers are not real comfortable with what they're seeing defensively from the Colts.
Look at Cordell.
Looks. Now he's going to scramble right. Gets a block, turns, looks for the end zone, fires, and in. Caught in the end zone for the touchdown. Slash Stewart.
Yoyer, double Yoyer. We got a ball game here, and the Steelers are finally on top for the first time.
Adrenaline bumping a little? Not really. All right, you all right? I'm not. It's a tough place to get the ball.
We've got to get Brett Favre unhitched here, Jim, or this is going to be a long day. Brett on a play action fake, goes back, throws, got a man upfield, touchdown. Wide open, Brooks at the 40, 35-30, he's going to go. 15-10, 5, touchdown. That'll do it. You could see it from the beginning.
If Carr gets hot, he can get real hot.
He's got a touchdown. Wide open.
Keith Jackson, touchdown on a bullet down the middle, and the Packers have come back to lead the ball game.
(17-14) Packers. Momentum tastes a little like cheddar.
Give Harbaugh credit. He is slippery as a cold fish, I'm telling you. He looked doomed, but he's done that repeatedly today.
And out to Emmitt Smith.
again, blocking again, and Emmitt scores. Cowboys land a jab to the jaw.
The Colts have played one whale of a football game here today. The folks who set them up as an 11-point underdog have no idea. He's got it. 10, 5, touchdown! Floyd Turner! 47 yards from Jimmy Harbaugh! And the Colts lead it 15-13.
This game has turned around completely.
Hey, baby, I love you, man. I love you, man. What I tell you?
And it is Dallas 31 to Packers 27. He pulls the ball down, fires it downfield. Oh, and a bad throw, and up the sideline, Dallas, and back to the 50-yard line. This has been a miracle season for Brett Favre, but the turnover may be too much to overcome.
Oh, he went for it all. He went for it all.
He put that ball right on the money, and the Steelers look like they may extend and come back from the jaws of defeat to the thrill of victory.
They will give it to Bam off the right side. He's driving.
And driving into the end zone is Bam Morris for the Steeler touchdown, and this place erupts.
Call that man Bama Rama.
One more go, baby. One more go.
Off Emmitt Smith at the 15. Oh, look at that hole. To the 10. He'll score. Emmitt Smith dances to the end zone.
The season has 5 seconds to run.
Here we go for the right to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh boy, everybody here is on pins and needles.
Right-hand corner. Everybody in the end zone. They battle for the ball. It is caught. Oh, my God. No, they say it's complete.
It is dropped. The Steelers are headed to Phoenix, and this is one of the most unbelievable football games we have ever witnessed.
The Steelers and the Cowboys in Arizona for Super Bowl 30.
The black and gold will descend on the desert. The battery is supercharged, and that charge will be led by the terrible Towel.
I'll drink to that.
Two storied franchises are the only teams remaining on the most fabled road in America. The road to the Super Bowl.
About 6. I've only been dreaming of this. 6.
Deep into the desert they came, two of the NFL's proudest franchises vying for pro football's ultimate prize. The Dallas Cowboys rode into Super Bowl 30 confident of winning an unprecedented third world championship in 4 years. In only his second season with the Cowboys, head coach Barry Switzer was matched against the Pittsburgh Steelers' Bill Cowher. A former NFL player and assistant, Cowher was the youngest head coach to lead his team to a Super Bowl. And in Sun Devil Stadium, his boundless enthusiasm would help fuel this duel in the desert.
I'm in for you one play. Huh? I'm in for you one play. I just want one play. Let's go, everybody else.
Hey, it's been a long time coming, but we finally here.
I'll tell you something, guys. We've come too far. We've overcome too much.
Let's go out here and play a complete game. Let's go from the Alpha to the Omega.
Poise, 60 minutes, and physical.
Kick these Pittsburgh Steelers' ass up and down the field.
Right on this kickoff.
On the first series of Super Bowl 30, the Dallas Cowboys demonstrated why they were the favorites. Larry Allen's block on Steelers linebacker Greg Lloyd sprung Emmitt Smith for 23 yards, and it appeared the Cowboys' huge offensive line could dominate the much smaller Steelers' defensive front. A steady diet of Smith runs mixed with passes from Troy Aikman marched the Cowboys deep into Steelers territory. The Cowboys' initial drive yielded the game's first points as Chris Bonio connected on a 42-yard field goal. Their next possession would be even more rewarding.
I left, but he left.
Aikman added to the Steelers' troubles when he launched a 47-yard bomb to Deion Sanders. In only 7 plays, Dallas had driven to the Steelers' 3-yard line.
Flex left scat left 495 F drag. On one.
And on first down, the Cowboys were poised to score the first touchdown of Super Bowl 30.
Set! 398! 398!
Aikman to pass on first and goal from the 3. Wide open. Jay Novacek. Touchdown!
Jay Novacek hesitated like he was blocking, sneaks out, nobody picks him up. He was wide open, just an easy little toss for Aikman.
After only 2 possessions, the Cowboys had a 10-0 lead, and a punishing Dallas defense left Pittsburgh unable to retaliate. Mistakes and a stalled running game kept the Steelers stuck in reverse throughout the first quarter.
Let's go! Settle down!
Pittsburgh seemed unable to grasp their Super Bowl opportunity, or for that matter, anything else.
We're okay. You guys are panicking. Relax.
But 1 quarter does not a Super Bowl make. And fortunately for the Steelers, there were 3 quarters left to play.
Lot of football! Lot of football!
Leading 10-0 as the second quarter began, Dallas used its 3rd possession to mount still another scoring drive.
Aikman straight back to pass. Hands all day. Throws down the middle to Michael Irvin. Touchdown Cowboys. 24 yards and the playmaker has scored.
Well, then there's a flag. It is against Dallas.
You know, they're going to call offensive pass interference.
Troy Aikman's touchdown pass turned out to be nothing more than a mirage in this desert duel.
So let's look at the replay. Irvin, notorious for pushing off. Well, that is his reputation, and he will push off on you constantly.
I grabbed him. He's going for the ball.
Hey, good call. Thank you. I'm on your side, baby.
I give it to you for good.
I know that.
I snatched his ass.
I know you did. You did. See, I saw you with the right hand, man.
Denied the touchdown it wanted.
Just got to keep him out of the end zone.
Dallas still had the ball deep in Pittsburgh territory. But for the first time in Super Bowl 30, the Steelers rose up and stuffed the Cowboys.
Pitcher to the right on 3rd and 1, and Emmitt is tackled for a loss on the play, and a big play it is.
Pittsburgh breathed a sigh of relief as Dallas was forced to settle for another field goal.
Snap and the ball down. The kick is in the air, and it's right down the middle. That kick splits the uprights perfectly. 6:03 remaining in the first half, and the Cowboys lead the Steelers 13-0.
As the second quarter unfolded, it was clear that Pittsburgh's offense was still being shoved around by the Dallas defense. Steelers quarterback Neil O'Donnell was sacked by Charles Haley, number 94. And even when he wasn't under pressure, number 14 was having trouble getting the ball into his receiver's hands. A second sack, This one by Chad Henning, number 95, only added to the Steelers' misfortune. And Pittsburgh's luck didn't improve when an apparent game-breaking play turned out to be a rule-breaking play.
Not much of a rush, so Stark has one come off the side of his foot. It's low, and it's an over spiral. Hits it to 29, goes inside the 20, takes a Steeler bounce to about the 15. The Cowboys touched it, and the Steelers dive on it. The Cowboys appeared to touch it down there. What are they going to call? And now the officials are going to give Dallas the football at the 13-yard line.
What's the call? He got knocked into him. He touched the ball.
They ruled that the player was blocked into the football.
Which he was. And, that's a good call.
The rule, coach, is that if he gets blocked into the ball, it's like he didn't even touch it. And he ended up not to.
Huh?
The guy was behind it. He pushed him from behind and pushed him into the ball.
That's not a rule.
Yes, it is.
Bill. That's a rule.
The guy
I promise you, it's a rule. It's like it never even touched anybody when he blocked him in.
You get blocked into the ball, you're telling me if it touches him, if there's no touching this?
By rule.
All right. Can't argue the rule.
You also couldn't argue that on this day, the NFL's best running back couldn't be stopped, because the Steelers had all but contained Emmitt Smith. Pittsburgh held the NFL's leading rusher to just 40 yards in the first half. And on the final possession of the second quarter, the Steelers' offense finally began to move.
Empty right, 74, double delay.
74, double delay. Empty right.
Given time to scan the field and find the open receiver, Neil O'Donnell drove Pittsburgh back into the game. On 3rd and 20, O'Donnell's pass to Andre Hastings gained 19 yards and seemed to spark the Steelers' attack. Pittsburgh converted on 4th and inches, then proceeded to finish a 54-yard drive. Pittsburgh was mixing it up and moving the ball, thanks in large measure to a gritty group of receivers. There were just 17 seconds remaining in the half.
Empty left. You want to go empty left? Use
empty left, back motion, 75, flood slant, VK, Rita.
Right.
Hey, if you complete it short, we got to clock it.
Now at the Dallas 6-yard line, the Steelers were close enough for a momentum-turning touchdown.
Slant pattern for the goal line. Touchdown, Steelers! Pulling that ball in is Yancey Thigpen, and this place is on fire. Look at the terrible towel swirling.
I'm telling you, I love it. That was a great throw by O'Donnell. That ball was humming.
That's a beautiful throw, and it is right in front of Deion Sanders. And this Super Bowl game is on. We might have something now.
30 minutes! 30 minutes! 30 minutes!
With 30 minutes remaining in Super Bowl 30, the Dallas Cowboys still had not ignited their trademark offensive fireworks.
495 F drag on one.
And thanks to the Steelers' defense, the Cowboys' offensive outburst never happened. The Cowboys' passing game fizzled, and its powerful running game built around Emmitt Smith stumbled, tripped up by the Steelers' team speed.
And they give it to Smith, and Smith will be tackled for a loss at the 31-yard line by Levon Kirkland, who shot the gap and came in clean.
That was a great example of the Steelers' speed outmanning the Cowboys.
Good job.
But just when Pittsburgh seemed to be gaining momentum, The Dallas defense stole it back with one play.
Midway through the third quarter, Steelers trail 13-7 with a big 3rd and 9 at the 48. Here's O'Donnell, big blitz, and he fires a pass, and it's pulled in and intercepted at the 40, the 50. He's at the 45, the 40. The Dallas defender dives over a blocker, and with the football down at the 23-yard line is Larry Brown with a big interception. And the shame of it is O'Donnell threw it right to him. There was no receiver out there.
I don't know if there was a miscommunication there or what.
He returned it all the way to the 19-yard line of the Steelers. And that is a real harmful play to the Steeler cause.
Here now.
What's that?
The all in, that Ernest coming underneath.
Trying to get it to.
Is that who you're trying to throw it to? Okay.
65.
Ball just sailed a little bit.
That's how you play, Larry. That's how you play, baby.
Handed the first turnover of Super Bowl 30, it took Dallas merely 2 snaps to travel the final 18 yards.
Play action, roll to the right. Aikman has all day. Fires, caught. Michael Irvin and out of bounds.
Gator left, Bronco right, 989 F-run sneak.
And Dallas is knocking at the door.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Emmitt Smith gets the touchdown. The Cowboys convert points from the turnover in just 2 plays and open up a 13-point lead.
Hey, let's go. A lot of football. A lot of football.
With the third quarter winding down, it became obvious the Cowboys simply couldn't shake these pesky Steelers.
Damn!
Pittsburgh began pulling out all the stops and mounted a drive it hoped would reclaim the touchdown it had so easily thrown away. As the drive neared midfield, the Dallas defense finally rose up and challenged Pittsburgh's gutty comeback.
Short yardage offense, 3rd down and 1 from the 48-yard line. Long signal count by O'Donnell. Handoff goes to Van Morris. He's stuck right at the line of scrimmage. I think he's short.
4th down.
Now we'll see how Bill Cowher decides to play it.
No, we're going for it now. Don't tell me about punting, because we're going for it.
Cowher has got to gamble. He's doing it here.
In motion is Ernie Mills. Handoff goes to Van Morris. He didn't make it.
He did not make it. 3 plays needing a yard. 3 plays needing a yard, and the Cowboys defense stuffs them.
Though the gamble had come up short, the Steelers' resolve couldn't be second-guessed.
That was my decision not to punt. It's all on me. Can't make a yard when you're down by 13 points. You don't deserve to win a championship. On 2 shots. Is that the right thinking? I don't know, but that's my thinking.
First down, Dallas.
As the fourth quarter began, the Steelers turned to their bruising running attack in order to get them back into the game.
I like to run the flow 36. I like to hammer it right down them right now.
Bam Morris landed the first blows. However, Dallas would strike back.
O'Donnell a short drop, throws downfield, and then fumbled. Scott Case put a hit on Ernie Mills at the 36-yard line.
Mark Bruner's alert recovery set up a Norm Johnson field goal. Now, trailing by 10 with 11 minutes to play, it was time for another Cowher gamble.
Surprise onside. Go surprise onside. What do you think, Chan? Surprise onside. Hey, let's do it. Surprise onside.
Kevin Williams and Brock Marion are the two deep, and the Steelers try an outside kick, and they got it! And a man running with the football at the 50, Dion Figures! How about that?
Oh, that's a great call.
Let's go! Let's go! Hey, Arnie! Let's go! Let's go!
And the Steelers, trailing 20-10, threaten to make this a football game once again.
Hey, let's go! Let's go, baby!
Inspired by this bold move, the Steelers seize the momentum away from the startled Cowboys.
Let's go! Let's go!
Dallas did its best to snuff out the Steelers' fire. But only 9 plays after the onside kick, Cowher's daring call produced a 7-point reward.
The give to Bam, and Bam walks into the end zone for the Steeler touchdown. Bam Morris turned to the right, followed the lead blocking of John L., and got into the end zone, and we got a dandy in Super Bowl 30.
That was a gutsy call on the onside, all right?
Great call.
Huh?
Great call.
Close.
I loved it.
Got us into the game.
Yes.
Let's get the offensive ball back. Or better yet, let's put the end zone ourselves. Hey, listen, focus, motion, talking, everybody in their gap, one play at a time, baby. This is what you've been working for all year long. Let's get it done. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Dallas responded to Pittsburgh's challenge like champions. But when the Steelers' Levon Kirkland blitzed on 3rd down, Troy Aikman stumbled in a direction that seemed to symbolize where the Cowboys were heading.
What are you guys thinking? Yeah. That's what's got us here.
Steelers quarterback Neil O'Donnell was armed with his 4 wide receiver set and over 4 minutes to play. But it would be an unlikely Cowboy hero who would end the Steelers' comeback and determine the outcome of Super Bowl 30.
O'Donnell again in the shotgun with 4 wideouts. He gets his snap. Here comes an outside blitz. The pass is picked up and open field. Here comes Larry Brown to the 15. He's to the 10, and he's knocked out of bounds on the far side at the Steelers' 6-yard line. O'Donnell threw the ball out there, and Larry Brown was the closest man to it when it came in. It worked in Dallas's favor.
Larry Brown's second shocking interception earned him the game's most valuable player award and put Dallas in position to finally lock up the game.
Second and goal from the 4. Watkins in motion, handoff Emmitt Smith on the right-hand side, touchdown. He leans forward to the end zone. Emmitt Smith scores.
The Cowboys should have it with that touchdown by Emmitt Smith.
Quiet most of the day, Emmitt Smith beat Levon Kirkland, the one man he had to beat, and proved that great players aren't always great. They're just great when they have to be.
And the Cowboys are celebrating.
While the Cowboys celebrated an unprecedented 3rd Super Bowl title in 4 years, the Steelers were left to ponder how close they had come to a world championship.
Great season. We'll see you next time.
Dallas, you can celebrate because your Cowboys are world champions again.
And the Cowboys win another Super Bowl title under owner Jerry Jones. And the big question now is, how big will the next ring be?
I want to say to Jerry Jones, he said to me, are you having a good time now, Jerry? I want to tell you, we did it our way, baby. We did it. We did it. We did it.
The Dallas Cowboys, champions of Super Bowl 30 and the dominant team of the 90s. Like the two teams, the final rewards of this duel in the desert were indeed a study in contrasts.
Good job, Bill! I'm sorry. We'll see you in the locker room, okay?
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Good job, Bill. Good job, Bill. Great job. Get him next year.
All the characteristics that I think are extremely important for a football player, Michael had all those. One of the most unselfish players I've ever seen in my career, and a guy who just does not want to lose.
He is the guy. Give him the shot with no time on the clock. He'll take it. It's, water in the veins.
Ball left side, wants it all. They give it a touchdown. And who do you think it is? Michael Irvin. What I do? Make plays. Nothing but make plays, baby.
They called him the Playmaker, and no nickname ever fit better.
Going way down the field for Michael Irvin, bumping and grinding at the ball. He's got it. The ball. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Brilliance by Michael Irvin. Brilliance.
In his 12-year career, Michael Irvin caught 750 passes. But statistics hardly measure what he meant to the Dallas Cowboys.
Up in the air, tip, caught, touchdown! Is it Michael Irvin or Michelangelo?
He was the most colorful Cowboy when the Cowboys were the most colorful team in football. There's no business like show business. There he is. Have a seat, Mike. Come on. What color is that?
I'm bad with colors.
After he retired, I sat down with Michael to talk about his career as one of football's most fashionable stars. Now, when you look at someone else, what's the first thing that you look at someone else's appearance?
You look at his shoes.
His shoes? When you were growing up, Michael, I read a story about, you said that when you grew out of the shoes.
My dad just cut the top of them. Right, that's what he did. If your shoes got too small, he said, let me see them. He said, well, let's rub them good shoes. Boy, let me get them. And he'll cut right here and cut across there. And my toe is out. He said, see, they don't hurt your toe anymore, but them good shoes. And you wear them like that.
Once he put on a pair of spikes, Michael never worried about footwear again. He played a leading role in the Miami Hurricane dynasty, then joined the Cowboys, eager to do the same.
I met Michael probably the second day that I had owned the Cowboys. Had that same patented smile, and at that particular time said, Mr. Jones, we're going to have some fun together.
He stands, he throws it right, Irvin, crossing, Pettis got it, might go, 45, 40, 30 to the 20, a man to beat, Woodson will get him at the 10, Irvin breaks free, Michael Irvin scores!
When you get ready to play against the Playmaker, first of all, you had to eat hearty all week long because you had to bring your behind with you. It was going to be a physical game.
He quickly became one of the NFL's best receivers and earned a deserving reputation as its most combative.
When he first came out, I watching film of him. He's fighting the defensive backs every play. He's fighting the guys. And I go, what is this kid doing?
I was at a coaches competition committee meeting once, and they were talking about offensive pass interference. And they were talking about the Michael Irvin rule. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Everybody always had a lot of admiration on the competition committee for the way Michael Irvin played the game. But it just got to be unfair because he was not only physical, he was intimidating.
You can see DBs that will actually just, scatter the guy. He has that big mouthpiece. One thing you can see is his eyes. Shorter guys be right there step for step, but he would either put that patented forearm on him or the elbow or just go over the top of him to be able to get the ball. When the game would be over, I would be sore like I was in a boxing match or something like that.
Well, I can never outrun anybody, so I wanted to keep you on my hip.
So right, the ball's coming, then you give the guy...
Right, that's it. I kind of tuck him. He pushes me up and knocks himself back, and I'm right on the ball.
So when you're going out in the pattern, you don't care about the separation.
I don't even want it. I don't want the separation. I don't want separation. I don't want it early. I want separation late, right before the ball gets there.
His methods may have caused controversy, but Michael Irvin's purpose was as simple as a spike. All the antics were all about winning.
A lot of his behavior after he made a big play set the emotional tone for how the entire offense played.
He brought more than just a competitive spirit and a winner's attitude to the football field. He brought it into the locker room. He challenged guys. He emotionally got guys ready to play.
The only way we're going to get what we want to get is everybody be held accountable. Get your damn job done today. Run all damn day. We better run all day.
Fourth quarter come, I'm going to look you right in the eye and say, hey, boy, look here. I got a family to feed. let's make these plays out of here. Come on, man, I'm out here with you. I know what you're going through. I feel you. I know what they're going to do when we lose. I know they lynching us. We can't lose.
Michael Irvin used that every day of his life, that same charm, that same people skills. And he basically showed this team how to work. He showed this team how to win.
He was the player everybody else wanted to be. Early in his career, Michael Irvin was what Emmitt Smith wanted to be.
Me and Michael always wanted to be the last ones out. And when we come out of there, out of the tunnel, we always remind each other, make plays, make plays. You and I, deuce in 88, here we are. That was our attitude. Let's do it.
When they reached their first Super Bowl, the Cowboys' precocious stars were almost too nervous to shine.
I remember us walking out, Emmitt and that's the first time my knees ever buckled. I walked out, I was like, oh, I said, you felt that? Now his must have buckled at the same time too, because he looked at me like, yeah, you felt like I felt that.
Oh, you got butterflies. That's big, man. It is big. It's awfully bright out here. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of damn people, huh?
He recovered in time to catch a pair of touchdown passes in the Cowboys' Super Bowl blowout of the Bills.
Irvin jumping, catch at the 3, diving, touchdown! Oh, what a play!
3 years later, Dallas had won 2 more Super Bowls. But only weeks after Irvin reached his apex on the field, off the field, he fell to his low point as he was arrested for drug possession.
When I got in my situation in Dallas, quite honestly, I remember I apologized after I had my trial, and I remember just thinking, God, I took something away from Dallas there, because that thing overtook Dallas. The whole situation just overtook it, and it was right in the middle of a Super Bowl celebration. We never really had a chance to finish celebrating winning the Super Bowl, and that took something away from me. That I regret. I regret going through. I regret taking Dallas through it.
Michael Irvin was probably the guy who, more than anyone, established them as a great team in the 90s and was symbolic of their success and the way with which they achieved it. And at the same time, probably nobody did more to ruin the legacy, the rich tradition of the Cowboy franchise than Michael Irvin did.
Somebody asked me the other day, what do you tell your kids? Michael, you know, you've been an athlete and been a role model, and what do you tell your kids? What do I tell my kids? Hey, look, Daddy made mistakes. Look, you're gonna make mistakes. That's okay. Get back up and let's fight again. That's the greatest thing football has taught you. I mean, football's always taught you, hey, no matter how bad you got beat, no matter how bad somebody beat you down, there'll be a next week. Get back up and let's fight again.
Irvin fought literally until the last reception of his career, when a glancing blow in Philadelphia left him paralyzed for nearly 20 minutes.
Maybe the way that it ended for Michael, maybe that kind of epitomized his career, and that it may have been the only way you would have gotten him off the field, is to get him on a stretcher and wheel him off.
Although he had a sudden and unfortunate end to his career, the lasting impact Michael Irvin had on his teammates will never be forgotten.
When you really get a chance to get to know him and what he represents as an athlete and the way he works and the time he puts in and the way that he's unselfishly willing to give up things for the betterment of the football team, if you don't get to see that, then you'll always misunderstand Michael. I'll be honest, if I was playing on another football team, I would have a hard time, understanding someone like myself saying those things about Michael, because you only see that other aspect of him. You only see the flamboyance.
In this world, we deal in images. Most of my teammates knew my character, and that was a great thing. They knew I was a man about them, and a man like they are about me, a man of heart and loyal to them.
Knowing an individual inside, being around him and being able to feel his heartbeat, being able to feel his emotions and his love for the sport and his love for his teammates. That's the part that I know, and that's the part that I cling to, that's the part that I hold on to.
When I think of Michael, I remember the pictures and the images of Michael scoring touchdowns and smiling and hugging and laughing, and that's the Michael that I know. You really can't judge a man until you've walked in his shoes, and I don't know that there's been that many people that could have walked in Michael's shoes and ultimately got where he got.
He came a long way from the days when his toes stuck out of his shoes. But no matter what he wore, Michael Irvin always had the look of a winner, and that never goes out of style.
The great ones leave behind footprints in history, and they're constantly dogged by autograph seekers who want a piece of that history for themselves.
Got here, we got Walter Payton, Sweetness.
Yeah, I see.
LT, Marion Motley.
Who in the heck is that?
You don't know who Marion Motley is?
Motley Crue?
No, the Motley Crue. Marion Motley played for the Cleveland Browns. He was a running back for Otto Graham.
Okay.
Forgive him for not knowing his history. Emmitt Smith is too busy making history. Indeed, it's been an absolutely, incredibly strong run by Emmitt Smith. Many are compared to Emmitt, but Emmitt's never compared to anyone else. But like all the great ones, he cares most about winning.
Come on down here. Hey, we out there lackadaisical right now. We need to hustle our ass on the field, get in the damn huddle, call a play, come off and bust these in the mouth.
Do you have a game face?
Yeah, most definitely.
What's it look like?
What's it look like?
Yeah.
Well,
that's sort of a wimpy-looking game face.
It's not game day.
Okay. But if we could go back into our film library and show a shot of you before, and that'd be your. What could you describe what your game face is?
Probably intense.
What are you thinking about?
A lot of focus. What I have to do that day to help this team win. I got all kinds of things running in my mind. I even got visions of me being successful in the game going through my mind. I do not want to be the man that caused this team to lose a game. I don't want that on my shoulder. I mean, if you put it in my hand, I'm planning on winning.
Aikman handoff, Smith coming right, trying to outrun the coverage, makes a cut, gets it. Oh, he's still going. Oh, he got it. He's going to score. He's got the 5. It's a touchdown. Emmitt Smith, and it's absolutely ridiculous.
Is there something that you look at yourself in films now and you say, damn, I can be better at that?
I think I can be better in everything that I do. I mean,
everything?
In everything. I mean, there's always room to grow. You're a good running back, you can still become a better running back. If you block well, you can be a better blocker. If you catch, you can be a better receiver. So, I'm not content with just what I have. I think everything that I do have are good tools, but I think they can be better tools.
When you see our films, we take a lot of time in putting music behind the runners. When we do a piece on you, what music do you think we should put behind you?
I don't know.
Would it be the same kind of piece? Would it be like classical, rock and roll, jazz, cha-cha?
No, it ain't gonna be no cha-cha.
No cha-cha?
It ain't gonna be no cha-cha.
So long, goodbye, I'm out of here.
No matter how bad the music, Emmitt dances every dance. No other runner gets the ball more, and no one wants it more. But no cha-cha, and definitely no rah-rah.
Now, how come you never really celebrate when you score a touchdown? I mean, there's a whole thing about a whole ritual that goes on in the end zone, but you very rarely do that.
My father talked to me about that. He said the great ones don't do that. He said the great ones act like they've been there before.
Now, do you save every ball that you score a touchdown?
Every one that I can remember, I've saved every touchdown ball.
Where do you keep them?
In a museum, of course, with its very own curator.
This is our most sacred side of Valley Ranch, the room we like to call the vault. This room is normally protected by Nate Newton's pit bulls. This is where we've got Emmitt Smith's touchdown balls. Always guarded with our most secured, valued lock. If Emmitt had his way, there'd probably be 150 footballs in this room, but there's actually only 116. This room is totally fireproof. We like to call it the Fort Knox of football, or in Valley Ranch, the vault. Hey, don't touch that ball. Emmitt doesn't allow anybody just to touch his footballs. These balls are all protected with asbestos bags, asbestos cardboard, so in case of fire, nothing will be harmed. Each ball is labeled with all the rushes attempts, stats from each game, the place he played, and the opponent and the score. Of course, 1995 was a big year for Emmitt Smith. That was the year he broke the record for the most rushing touchdowns in a single season. As a matter of fact, this ball right here broke the record.
He's traveled far and fast. Over 100 touchdowns, 3 Super Bowl wins, league and Super Bowl MVPs, 4 rushing titles. Now, only the ultimate record remains to be broken.
When you think of the number, 16,726, what's that mean?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's all I can say about that. Unbelievable. It's so far out there. I mean, I look at where I'm at now and try to figure out how many yards I need to average per year, for how long.
He would have to gain a lot of yards over a lot of years, and it sounded like impossible to me.
There's no doubt. It's absolutely no doubt that I believe he can catch him. And as long as those big hogs that he got up front blocking for him still stay around, there's no doubt about it.
No, I don't think Emmitt will catch Walter. I don't believe that Emmitt can continue to play all those years without being beat up and hurt.
I think he carried the ball 360 or 70 times last year, and that's a lot of opportunities for something bad to happen.
Emmitt, man, your body's just taking a beating. You need to, like the brothers say, chill out a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
The great ones keep running, not for individual records, but for teammates and rings.
All this personal stuff don't mean a hill of beans if you don't get to the final game of the season. When you get to the final game of the season and hopefully win it, it makes all your personal goals worthwhile. It really does.
How sweet it is.
Sure, you did something individually, but this was a team sport.
Hand off to Emmitt Smith.
Hey, it's been a long time coming, but we finally here. Let's go out here for a complete game. Let's go from the Alpha to the Omega.
In Super Bowl 30, number 24 Larry Brown went from the Alpha to the Omega. From a supporting role behind more famous Cowboy performers to center stage, hero of the game.
Basically, he probably won the game for us in the crucial times. When our backs were against the wall, Larry came up and made a play.
Here's O'Donnell, big blitz, and he fires a pass, and it pulled in and intercepted at the 40, the 50. He's at the 45, the 40. The Dallas defender dives over a blocker, and with the football down at the 23-yard line is Larry Brown with a big interception.
That's how you play, Larry. That's how you play, baby. With confidence.
His 2 interceptions were very crucial and came at critical times for us.
Big play, baby. Big play.
He stopped drives for them and allowed us to win the football game.
Here's the pass in the flat, picked up by the Cowboys. Come on, Larry! Larry Brown may score at the 30, 20, 10, out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
Hey, you get one more, you can run for mayor. Dallas. Turn up. I'll vote for you, dog. As long as you give me a job.
Most valuable player at Super Bowl 30, number 24, Larry Brown.
Whether honorary mayor of Dallas or Super Bowl MVP, Larry Brown had reached the pinnacle of his profession.
Way to show the world. My boys up front here. Way to show the world, man. My boys up front. MVP.
To reach that pinnacle, Brown had faced obstacles both on and off the field. He had been the last player drafted by the Cowboys in 1991.
Larry is a unique person because he's beat the odds his entire life. He was not a highly recruited athlete, was drafted almost as an afterthought by the Cowboys. Here he was a 12th round draft choice and really didn't have a great chance of making the team. But I think he has the mental makeup of throw obstacles at me, put roadblocks in front of me, and I'm going to figure out a way to get around it.
When I came, I said I can play with these guys. Although I was a 12th rounder, and I felt that I was just as good as their 2nd, their 3rd, and 4th round picks. And having that attitude, I went out and I said, I'm going to show these guys, I'm going to make them keep me.
Brown swept past obstacles and opponents. He gained a starting position in only the 4th game of his rookie season. But while he succeeded on the football field, Brown had to respond to a personal crisis in 1993.
My little girl, she was born premature, you know. So my wife, she was in the hospital. She was going through a lot there, and it was hard, you know, just going back and forth from practice to the hospital, practice to the hospital. But the Lord blessed us and allowed my little girl to make it, and she's overcame those little adversities. Now she's a big girl now.
While his daughter was safe at home, professional adversity challenged Brown in 1994. In a series of games that culminated in the NFC Championship, missed opportunities and relentless opponents threatened the progress made by the 12th round draft pick.
Young goes back to throw, sets up, goes for the end zone. Rice is out there. Touchdown, 49ers! Rice beat Larry Brown. How could you not know that was coming?
You know, whenever you're in a high-profile position like the Cowboys and the 49ers, and a team loses, when everybody in America thinks they should win, they start pointing fingers. I think fingers came right towards me. Learned you had to be strong, you know. You have to have a lot of character.
The next year, Brown rose to the challenge and showed his true character in more ways than one. In a spectacular '95 season that led up to his Super Bowl MVP award, he set a career-high mark in interceptions, running 2 of them back for touchdowns.
His second TD of the year, touchdown Dallas.
Yet amid all his success, tragedy struck again.
My son also was born premature. He did make it for a little while, lived for a few months, and he was born a little earlier than my daughter, so he didn't have an opportunity to make it. But I believe what the Bible says. I knew my son was in a better place, and I think knowing that, it gave my mind a lot of ease.
If you'd pull the door shut
Following the funeral of his son, Brown rejoined his teammates for a game against Oakland.
Larry, would you open us in prayer?
You know, my wife really helped me with that decision. We had to heal, and I think the way to heal, you had to challenge it. And for me, we felt going out to that game would be the starting of that healing process to get back on the field.
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
It was amazing, the support that the teammates gave me. They were really there for me. And it didn't matter about football, it was more about friendship and personal life. And I think that really helped me get through the rest of the year.
That showed me right there that he has something else inside him that can make him, you know, put away all the suffering, all the anger that he has.
Ironically, this season, Brown has returned to Oakland to play for the Raiders, while leaving a lasting memory in Dallas.
You just like to see something happen for a person like that happened for him in the Super Bowl. It's a script that's hard to believe, and it's a tragic thing that it happened that way, but he's a special person.